How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to show you what it's like to drive the Aston Martin Valkyrie from a first-person point of view. One of the most intense hypercars ever made. It's a road-going Formula One car with unbelievable performance, and it actually is more comfortable than you'd imagine. At the heart of the Valkyrie is a 6.5-liter naturally aspirated Cosworth V12 that on its own makes 1,001 horsepower. But it also has an electric motor with a battery that's made by Rimac for a total of 1,139 horsepower and 682 pound-feet of torque. The result is 0 to 60 in 2.2 seconds or less, a top speed electronically limited to 220 miles an hour, although this is capable of likely something on the order of 250 miles an hour. Now these right here are actually hydrophobic plates. So if water goes through the roof scoop and drips down into the engine bay, so it doesn't go into the intakes, they actually channel down here and drain right there, which is pretty darn cool. I mean, look at the engine. It's an absolute work of art. Two different types of carbon fiber. The prop rod is carbon fiber, and the deck lid is fully exposed carbon. That is just insane. So how wild is this? The hydraulic pump has to be so strong that the only pump that they could get to power all of the hydraulics in the car is from an Apache helicopter. Yes, that's right. There's Apache helicopter parts in this car, and there's also a component from a space shuttle manufacturer. Another absolutely insane element of the Valkyrie is this windshield wiper. It took over a year to develop, and it actually acts as a torsion bar and was made by the same company that built the space shuttle. I mean, this really is a road-going alien spaceship. Now, another one of the craziest parts about the Valkyrie, of course, is the aerodynamics and the downforce. This employs tons of Formula One technology, like these massive Venturi tunnels, something I learned about in fluid dynamics in engineering. Almost all of the downforce comes from the ground effects. It doesn't have a massive rear wing. It's got this beautiful integrated rear wing with a secondary spoiler. But look at this. You can look all the way underneath the car and see to the other side. Now, something I didn't realize, but I was told by the owner, is that this car produces over 4,000 pounds of downforce unrestricted. Now, if you don't have the AMR Pro track pack and it comes on the standard Cup 2s, that's actually too much downforce for the tires. They would pop at over 2,500 pounds of downforce. So there are these little dumps underneath in the middle of the Venturi tunnel right there that stall some of the downforce so it doesn't explode the tires. Now, if you do get that AMR track pack, you can get 4,400 pounds of downforce, but I think 2,500 is plenty. I mean, every single component on this car is made to be lightweight, functional, and aerodynamic. The front splitter is absolutely insane and looks very similar to modern day Formula One cars with all of those steps. And it's so cool to just see all the way through the car. Double wishbone suspension. I mean, that is just an absolute work of art, and we haven't even talked about the interior yet. Well, who said the Valkyrie isn't practical? We've got a front trunk, and you can fit about 2 golf balls in here, or tire sealant. That's absolutely hilarious, but I gotta give them credit, at least they tried. So to climb into the Valkyrie, we've got this really small button right here to unlock the car. It's basically hidden from plain sight. Then you'll also notice there's cameras in place of side view mirrors. We also have a camera in place of the rear view mirror as well. We go ahead and open this up. These are actually the first soft closed doors ever fitted on an Aston Martin, which is hilarious on a sub 3,000 pound hypercar to have soft closed doors, but it's kind of necessary considering you have to reach up here. And obviously you don't want to slam and break your super lightweight carbon fiber doors. Looking at the interior, I believe there are 3 different interior seat options you can choose from. If you're really tall and really big, you can actually forego the seat entirely and just put pads on the carbon fiber shell itself. They honestly remind me of the McLaren Senna seats a bit. And having been in this car already, they're actually way more comfortable than you'd imagine. Now the seating position is insane, so let's go ahead and hop inside. How cool is this when you remove the steering wheel? I mean, talk about an art piece. That is awesome. Now, we've got the ERS button that gives you extra power. It's basically a boost from the electric powertrain, about 150 horsepower. We've got different driving modes. The front lift, here are the turning indicators, and then we've got magnetic actuated paddles, which feel, I mean, that's the best paddle feel of any car I've ever experienced, actually. That is insane. When you wake it up, you've got the digital instrument cluster here. Down here, we've got the hazards, the parking brake, a little USB plug, which is kind of funny, as well as the defroster and some fog lights. Over to the left, we've got the side view cameras. Over to the right side camera. And then you get a backup camera both on this display and up here as well. And then there's a crazy startup procedure, which we'll talk about. So to turn on the Aston Martin Valkyrie, it's a bit of like launching a rocket ship. It takes a lot of steps. So we're gonna click the start stop button without my feet on the pedals. And then that's going to wake up both this screen and this screen. Gonna wait a second and wait for those. Now that the displays are on, take a look at this gorgeous instrument cluster. We've got 10 stages of traction control. We've got launch control. I mean, this is absolutely insane. It looks like it's out of a video game. And then we've got an 11,100 RPM red line, which is crazy. The screens have woken up, so we're gonna go ahead and click this button once more. Then we wait for this to light up in red. You're not gonna wanna press that because that will absolutely destroy the interior. But once that lights up in red, we can go ahead and put our foot on the brake and turn it on. I mean, listen to that. That is absolutely insane.